All right, so we'll do a little recap. In the last episode of The Shadow of Evil, our heroes tracked down the cursed item known as the Lament Configuration to a chapel within the confines of the Saragora containment camp high in the mountains of Poland. The wife of Baron Zemo, Hilda, had conducted a summoning ritual with the Lamarchand box, bringing forth unspeakable horrors into this plane of existence. These horrible abominations known as the Cenobites were on a mission of their own to mete out bloody vengeance on the entire Zemo family. Torn by this revelation, the heroes decided the best course of action was to return the demons from whence they came, and undertook the most fierce battle to date against these agents of chaos and destruction. Ultimately, however, the heroes emerged victorious, vanquishing the Cenobites and retrieving the Lament box. They returned to the laboratory of horrors that contained the xenomorph queen, setting it aflame to prevent her spawn from swarming the village below. They called in the cavalry, rescued about 200 POWs, and made their way back to Paris to meet with Happy Sam Sawyer and Peggy Carter, armed with information on the potential location of the final item on their list, the Necronomicon Ex Mortis. Last seen in the hands of a mystery man on the Island of Madripoor near the infamous Princess Bar. Hap and Peggy have procured passage to the Pacific Island near Singapore, alerting the characters to the dangers of the area where the Princess Bar is located, known as Lowtown. Fortunately, an undercover MI6 agent runs the establishment and will be waiting for them when they arrive. Excuse me. So, since it's been a minute, I'm wondering if perhaps maybe we need a little bit of a refresher on Madripoor, the Princess Bar, and your contact. Do you guys want me to kind of recap that a little bit for you?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
It can't hurt.
So, at this point, you guys have had an opportunity to kind of catch up on some rest, heal up, from your last battle, and you've boarded a plane to get you over to California, have a little bit of a layover there, and are taking a flight into Singapore, where you will actually catch a boat to take you to the island of Madripoor. On the boat, on the way there, Peggy Carter kind of gives you a little bit more of a lay of the land. The Principality of Madripoor is an island in Southeast Asia, located in the southern portion of the Strait of Malacca, southwest of Singapore. Its capital and single largest city is Madripoor, which is divided between the wealthy area known as Hightown and the more impoverished, crime-ridden Lowtown. These two areas represent the extreme social inequality in Madripoor. It is often described as the place for the very rich and the very poor. There is truly little in between. Madripoor was once a haven for pirates, a tradition that has somewhat continued today with its rampant lawlessness. And to add insult to injury, the Principality does not allow other nations to extradite criminals, so it has become a bit of a hotbed of criminal activity and a haven for international criminals hiding from the law. Despite all of this, or perhaps because of it, Madripoor is one of the business capitals of the Pacific Rim. These days, Lowtown is still the ultimate abyss of vice and degradation, where nothing is sacred, no act too profane. In a lot of ways, it's the same today as it was 1,000 years ago. As far removed from modern civilization and sensibilities as a body can get. There are no rules here. Anything goes, provided you pay the price. Your contact, our informant, is the owner and operator of the Princess Bar in Lowtown by the name of Seraph. The Princess Bar serves as an oasis of elegance and style, a direct contrast to its surroundings. Frightened by Lowtown's dangerous reputation, tourists avoid the Princess Bar after dark. At night, the Princess Bar becomes a gathering place for local residents both from Hightown and Lowtown, as well as a place for the rich and denizens of the underworld to do business. The Princess Bar is also a fine restaurant with cabaret entertainment. Seraph, our contact, is a diminutive operative working with the British MI6, providing information on Axis activities in the region. Despite her appearance, she is a force to be reckoned with. She's a woman who commands respect from all parties who enter her establishment, so please do be on your best behavior, won't you?
Always.
Sure.
And as you guys approach the city, you can, from the ocean, you can see just slowly kind of peering out of the mist in front of you, this very bright city that just kind of comes out of nowhere. There are multiple tall structures on this island that kind of betray, the fact that this is a far off, secluded, and what most people kind of consider to be a little bit of a backwards place. The area that comes to light immediately is the area known as Hightown, with all of the tall buildings and almost not quite skyscrapers just yet, but they are certainly on the way there. You can see that that section of the city is very modern and lit very well with electric light. It looks like a very small, maybe Chicago from this distance. As you pull in, though, you kind of do see the remnants of what it was, and the dock area where you guys will be pulling in on your charter boat is definitely a little bit more old-fashioned. They're older, ancient wooden docks that extend out into the harbor, and you can see a lot of kind of Chinese-inspired ships that are in the dock, with like full sails and so forth, that do seem to be a little bit out of place with the modern technology that is currently available. This is an area where a lot of imports come and go from the island, and this particular area is pretty much manned by the folks that run the docks, all the different warehouses and so forth that line that area. They're poor workers that are running the show down in this end. But your boat alights and you dock along the side of one of the wooden docks there and disembark. Peggy and Hap are there with you, and they let you know that they will procure a hotel and give you a little bit of time to get the lay of the land and give you a map of Lowtown so that you can actually find directions to get to the Princess Bar. So I'll turn it over to you guys at this point.
Well, so do we have the map, or is that forthcoming? Oh,
yeah, no, you have the map.
Okay. All right. Well, what do you all think?
I mean, we can head to the princess.
Should we wait till evening?
It is kind of early evening right now, the sun is beginning to set off in the distance.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Is the princess a hotel?
Nope, just a nightclub.
Okay, so we don't have any we weren't given any possible places to stay or anything, right?
That's what they were going to do. They were going to procure
They're
a
working
place
on
for you to stay.
Okay.
The owner's name, Seraph, is that like the font or how's that spelled?
Seraph, like the angel. Seraphim.
Oh,
Seraph.
okay. So no jokes about when she's absent, they're sans serif. Got it.
And
I don't know if you saw my comment in the chat, but you were giving us the
Oh,
description of Lowtown. It's like, you will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
that is true.
and apparently she's small because they mentioned
Uh,
diminutive.
she has been referred to as diminutive, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Happy used the time specific, though currently inappropriate midget reference.
He did.
No, Happy, he's so politically correct. All right. Yeah, we might as well go and get to it, I suppose.
I am, of course, in human form at this point.
What's the weather like here?
It's hot.
Okay.
Very humid in this area, and the temperature is probably in the low 90s as the sun is setting, so it was probably in the hundreds, probably earlier today. But there is a humidity to the air that is just oppressive, and it just weighs down on you.
South China Sea, right?
What's that?
South China Sea. Coast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we're in winter, though, right? Because of after leaving the Polish camp in the winter.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'll have my jacket slung over my shoulder or over my bag. No jacket, sleeves rolled up, collar open. Hadn't really anticipated this coming from nearly freezing to death in the mountains.
Yeah. Shelly will be dressed in a light dress with low heels and a hat.
Okay.
And so I guess we'll make our way to the princess. We have a map. We know where it is, or presumably, and go see what we can see.
All right. Well, you guys go through Hightown to get there, and it's jarring going from this really kind of ultra modern city, and you basically cross the street, and all of a sudden it just becomes just filthy. The streets are dirty in this area. The sidewalks are not actually made of concrete. They're actually wooden planks that run along the street. Streets are cobblestone in this area and very rugged and ragged.
So perfect for high heels, you're saying?
Yeah.
Or not.
And most of the structures in this area are two-story at best. Most of them are just one-story kind of shotgun buildings that are stacked right next to each other and compacted. And this is certainly an area of great poverty. And you can see people lining the streets trying to sell their wares and make a little bit of money by selling fruits and vegetables and so forth. Lots of different food stands here and there of people just trying to make ends meet. Mixed within all of that, you can certainly see the element of crime that is here. There are drug deals going on right out in the open. There are people being mugged here and there, and I'm sure probably you guys might intervene, once or twice on your trip into Lowtown to try to help some of the folks that are being accosted by the various gangs that line the streets.
Mm-hmm.
But we won't dive into that so much right now because there are certainly more important matters at hand. But you do your good deeds along the way and eventually find yourself on the street in front of the Princess Bar. And the Princess Bar stands out in complete contrast to the area around it. This particular building actually it's about 2.5 stories tall. And it looks more like a building that you would find somewhere in London. And has kind of large stone walls on the outside, completely different from the building even next door to it, which is constructed mostly of wood panels. There's a bright neon sign that says Princess on the outside, running top to bottom. And beautiful kind of double paned windows, that have the slats that are inside of them with big shutters on the outside to really give it an elegant look. It is the one bright spot in Lowtown, and it even has a spotlight out in front that is kind of advertising it, so you could see that as you guys were coming in from Hightown. You saw this big spotlight that was spinning in the air, and this is where the source was from. There is a line of individuals dressed in fine attire, standing outside the building just waiting for access. Velvet ropes out in front and two very large and burly bouncers stand outside the building, allowing people entrance and turning others away.
Well, I guess we get in line.
I believe so. Wouldn't want to make too much of a spectacle of ourselves.
So
Quick,
you're saying I shouldn't toss the bouncers over the nearest skyscraper if they're rude to us. Is that what you're saying?
Right?
That would be a bad. Well, I mean, it's an idea, but I don't know that it's a great idea.
Something about being on our best behavior. I'm recalling something. Yeah.
Okay.
are the patrons here mostly locals, or is it a mix of tourists and foreigners?
Your best guess looking at the group that's out there, most of them do appear to be of Asian or British descent. This is a British territory.
There's a good number of Brits here, though. In
Yeah.
general.
Mm-hmm.
Oi, old bodkins, governor. Here I am from old Blighty then.
You get some dirty looks.
Bloody good, bloody good.
No,
Shelley pretends not to know them.
Bloody bastard.
oh,
Slowly but surely, you make your way through the line and end up in front of the bouncers. And one of them looks at whoever happens to be in the lead and says,
Who has the highest popularity here? They should be the one doing the charisma stuff.
Who's the PR expert for the team?
Yeah. And does anyone have, public relations or whatever as a skill?
So, well, you better get going on it, Lizard. Come on now. PR.
Shelley has probably got the highest popularity, though generally Mr. Arcane usually does the talking.
I mean, I can, but I'm not very popular.
Well, I'll give it a shot.
I'll walk up there too. I mean,
She'll go with you. She will assist you,
okay.
offering a dazzling smile.
Okay, well, we walk up to the front, or
All right.
I guess we're next in line.
So, one of the bouncers is a big, kind of burly, bald-headed man of if you had to guess, maybe Mongolian descent.
Okay, big bruiser. Got it.
Yep. And he looks down at you guys. He's probably about 6'5". Looks down at you with his arms crossed, and he says, "You all aren't from here?"
Yeah, I look at our group. No, but we hear this is the place to be, and we want to, and we'd love to see what all the hype was about.
What brings you to the princess tonight?
We have,
yeah.
I think, an appointment.
Ooh.
An appointment with who?
A date with an angel.
And
Good one.
he turns to his fellow bouncer next to him and says something to him in what sounds to be maybe Mandarin. And he goes inside. You'll wait here.
Okay.
And a few minutes pass, and bouncer comes back out, whispers something in the other guy's ear. He says, "That's fine. You can pass. $15 entrance fee."
Okay. In 1940,
That's a lot.
that's a lot of money. But okay. I mean, Happy gave us money, so
You stay at a hotel for that. I mean, like, nice.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. But, I think this is Seraph getting a little of her own back up front.
Hmm.
I just shrugged, hey, it's on Uncle Sam's dime.
yeah.
Not my money. Hand it over.
Well, once you guys get in,
dollars at work.
right. Once you guys get inside, you're kind of overwhelmed by the sheer decadence of the club.
This is a lot better than Sam's Bar and Grill down on 59th.
It's high end without question, and it's got marble columns, luscious gold and turquoise fabrics hanging from the walls and ceilings, multiple multi-tiered staircases, and a separate dining area and meeting areas off to the side that all kind of surround a central circular stage.
It's got weird little radios on the desktops for some reason.
That's the best I could do in a pinch.
Sorry, should not be picky. For years, my Champions players basically noticed that every single fight took place in the same warehouse or the same city block, because they had a double-sided map, and so it was inside or outside.
Oh, how far we have come.
Yeah.
There's a band playing swing music in the center of the club, and that stage that's in the center there is surrounded by a beautiful crystal clear blue pool of water. Quick scan of the bar reveals mostly men in fine dining clothes, white jackets and black ties, or full black tuxedos. And the women are a little bit more few and far between, but they're dressed in the finest elegance, with dinner dresses, sparkling dinner dresses on. Someone,
I kind of slick back my hair, straighten out my uniform, dust it off, try to look good. I'm suddenly feeling very out of place here.
Yeah, me too.
Someone with a high intuition, if you want to roll an intuition feat for me.
No, I'll roll. It ain't high.
I got a good one.
Huh.
Pretty good.
All right, I see we're starting off great.
Hey, that was my best roll for the game, probably.
Hey, look at that.
I shouldn't have spoke. I rolled a 1.
All right, so Army Ant,
Incredible, you rolled a 1. That's
Army Ant and Human Tank. You guys kind of look around, and as Human Tank is kind of slicking his hair back and trying to make himself look a little bit more presentable,
human, as it were.
or human, uh, you guys kind of look around and you're like, oh, I get it. Because you're looking at these women and they're very well dressed and they're very beautiful. But the way that they are interacting with the men is very sensual. They're all flirting with the men that are here, and the men are eating it up. But it's very easy for the two of you, especially, to pick out the fact that these are women of the night.
These are the ones the newsreels warned us about, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's always hard to stay good in Madripoor.
But directly in front of you guys, as you enter, there's a small kind of bar area there, and you can see a woman standing behind the bar with short cropped blonde hair, and she spots you, and then she steps down like 2 steps and disappears behind the bar, and after a few moments, she exits out the other side, and you realize that this is a small woman standing about 3'3" and approaches you. Welcome to the bar, lady and gentlemen. I've been
Hi.
expecting you.
Greetings.
I understand
evening.
you're here to see the sights. Is that correct?
See the sights, do a little reading.
Well, you've come to the right place to begin your journey. I tell you what, let me take you somewhere where we can speak a little bit more in private, shall we? And she walks you towards the back of the bar, around the stage, into this little area right up in here. There's a big glass sliding door that she opens, and she takes a seat behind a table, and there's another series of chairs and tables directly across from her, and she invites you to come in and sit down.
Okay.
Hmm.
Where is my guy? Okay.
So, gentlemen, miss, I understand you are here on behalf of both the British and US government and are here on a particular mission. I've not been briefed on what this mission happens to be, so if you wouldn't mind sharing with me some of the information that you have, I'm willing to give you as much assistance as I can possibly give.
How much are we authorized to say? Because the last time I shot my mouth out, I got some dirt books. And, you know, you're not going to tell me 3 times or 4, 5 at most, okay? Then I pick it up.
Her clearance is on the level of Peggy Carter, so you are pretty much safe to tell her anything.
Who's got the picture?
Do you think there's any
I've
need?
got it. Sure. I'll reach into to my rucksack or leather, satchel, and pull out a book, and then open the book, and then pull out the picture, and I'll slide it across the table.
And Alex, I think you were wanting to say something.
Yeah, just on the walk over, would I pick up like any need to like guard the door or just make sure that we're not being eavesdropped on? If so, then I'd probably post up outside to keep an eye for the group.
Yeah, with that intuition roll that you got, I was mostly kind of letting you in on the fact that the women in here were, like ladies of the night. But
Okay.
with the roll that you got, you can certainly tell that there are some rather seedy looking individuals in here mixed within, the haughty-taughty businessmen as well. But they are doing a decent job at blending in with the crowd. There's a certain expectation, I think, that goes on in this bar, that people have to keep up certain appearances to be able to be allowed access. And truth be told, some of you are not there. But because of the fact that, Seraph is vouching for you, you've been allowed entrance regardless. But yeah, maybe a post just outside the door might not be a bad idea under your observation.
All right. I gotta just pat Mr. Arcane on the back. I'm like, you guys got this. I'll keep an eye out on the right outside here.
Yeah, he turns and nods over his shoulder. Thanks.
Introducing Astico Allergy. Astico is storage free.
Okay.
And apparently there's an emergency news broadcast.
I'm sorry that video started playing what it wasn't supposed to.
Okay, so you slid the photo that you had over to her, correct?
Yes, I slid it over.
Well, I recognize this man.
Okay. A local?
No, not local. His name is Satoka Matsu. He's a Japanese spy.
Oh.
That frequents the club. I believe that I saw him the night that this photo was taken, to be exact. He was meeting with a quartet of individuals who were looking to make a trade for this book that he is carrying. They gave him the book, and he brought something in a case in exchange.
So they gave him the book, and that's where he got it from?
Yes, that is the case. Yes, they were in possession of the book.
Okay. Do you know what he gave them?
Unfortunately, I did not see what was in the case. He opened it briefly, and it was at a distance, so I was not able to see what was inside.
I see. Had you ever seen the other four before?
They are new to Madripoor. I've never seen them before. There was a large, bearded male and an attractive brown-haired female. Both seemed to me to be of European descent. There were two other males, a man who appeared to be of Middle Eastern heritage, and another man who kept his features hidden with a wide-brimmed hat. It was evident, however, that he was hiding what appeared to be burn scars of some sort.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
The most important thing is we need to find that book.
So this is what you're in search of, I take it?
Yes.
I wish I could tell you I knew where Matsu could be found here on the island, but unfortunately he comes and goes quite a bit. I would hesitate to say that he has probably already left the island. He only stays for a few hours at a time, comes here to do his business, and then he leaves once again. And unfortunately, I know not where he was destined to be traveling next.
Any ideas as to whom he might have employed to get out? Like, does he travel normally with a certain ship captain, or is he...
He seems to just get charter ships in, so I don't believe that he has a particular captain that he works with at any point.
Well...
Okay, so he was here. You haven't seen him for some time.
How long ago was it?
I would say it was probably about a week and a half ago.
Does he... I'm sorry, does he come in with any pattern?
Oh, no. No, he just comes and goes at his leisure.
I see.
Now, the interesting thing is the quartet that made the trade to begin with. They were dropped off by two other men that I'm familiar with. I don't know their names, but these two individuals, I believe, are minions of what around these parts is called the Hand.
What's that?
Well, the Hand is an order of supposed mystical ninjas who are heavily involved in organized crime and mercenary activities, most often centered around assassination plots. The Hand covets power above all other objectives.
Well, that's certainly unusual. I mean, usually the organized crime types are more into coveting, new gardening tools.
Indeed. This particular sect of ninja are primarily based out of Japan, but they are actually heavily represented in great numbers here in Madripoor. The sect itself was founded in the 16th century as a secret society of Japanese nationalist samurai, but were soon co-opted by something called the Snake Root, an ancient ninja clan which serves a primordial demon known only as the Beast of the Hand. Members of the Hand are said to be practitioners of powerful occult magic. There have even been tales that they can bring their victims back to life as a servant of the Hand.
Can I make an occult lore roll to see if I know anything about them, or is that too far outside?
Good idea.
No, you sure can.
Okay. All right. So I want to spend some karma on this. So. Hey!
What'd you get there?
That is a red 96.
Right. Cool. Everything that she has told you it certainly rings true with what you know of this sect. This organization is certainly based out of Asia, and most specifically, as she said, in Japan, but there are small sects located in nearly every country across the planet. And their members, consist primarily of individuals of Japanese descent, but they have been known to recruit others from the countries in which they travel.
Okay. So, is there... All right, so they're a secret cult. Yes, they are a cult. Is there a... do I know of a way to, find a local sect? Would that be something I might know, or...
What you rolled occult lore, right?
Occult lore, yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. Let me look at something on your sheet. I mean, you could make an intuition feat.
Okay.
Just straight intuition.
Okay. Well, I'll spend karma on that too.
Nice.
All right, all right. I'm probably done for the night. That's 2 reds.
Yep.
Just
you,
FYI.
you burned those out, didn't you?
Yep.
So you recall that in most cases, because they are a cult, they usually seek out havens that are former holy sites
Okay.
to set up shop. So in this neighborhood, it would likely be a temple of
Okay.
some sort.
Okay.
And they were the ones that brought the 4 strangers with the book, who gave the book to Matsui.
Yes.
But Matsui, as far as so I'll ask. So is Matsui also a member of the Hand?
Matsu, actually,
Matsu,
but
sorry.
to my knowledge, I do not believe so.
Okay, so he's not. So the Hand brought presumably the book to the quartet, who then traded it to Matsu, who traded something to them. Okay.
Did we ask her about the hand yet, or did she just tell us? We haven't questioned her about the hand. Is that true?
I mean, I think Johnny, Mr. Arcane, asked who they were, and she gave that information to you.
Yeah, and she said they were basically magic ninjas. I mean,
She's very forthcoming.
Yeah.
Madame, do you know anyone who may lead us to more maybe information about this hand? Someone who might possibly know the whereabouts of their members, or who may be involved in their organization.
Well, you are certainly in the right place, because I do keep tabs on everything here in Madripoor for the allies. And a ancient cult of ninjas are certainly on my radar.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I am aware of an ancient temple on the outskirts of Lowtown where the streets meet the jungle, rumored to house an underground lair of the Hand. Now, I've not seen it firsthand, if you'll pardon the pun, myself. But in Mandarin, it is called Baiyuang Dikuangzi. The Japanese call it Wasur Rereta Hikari no Jin.
Can you write that down, madam?
I'll just translate it for you. How about that?
Oh, even better.
The English translation is the Temple of Forgotten Light.
Forgotten Light. Ah.
Well, that fits with what I know about the Hand.
Really?
I recall, now that we're speaking of it, I recall that they like to use forgotten temples, abandoned holy places. So that fits. I mean, and I'm sure you would know. It's your town.
Does light have any significance to their group? The use of the word light?
Light or white?
I thought you said the Forgotten Temple of Light.
Of Light, yes, yeah. Forgotten Temple of Light. Temple of Forgotten Light. No, that was just what the temple was called before. This temple has been defunct for, I would say, probably 30 years at this time.
Former Hindu or Buddhist temple?
Buddhist temple, yes.
Buddhist, not India. Yes.
All right. Well, it's a little bit sad that we have to go after the people that delivered the people that had the thing
Delivered
to the guy that has the thing that we're looking for. But sometimes that's all you got.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe they can help us figure out how to get in touch with them, or maybe we can extract that from them.
Yes.
I have some methods.
Yeah. I mean, it's all we got. So unless we want to hit the docks and ask every single ship captain if they've seen this guy.
Well, we definitely have a few drinks going about it that way.
I think they probably will say no, even if they have, because he probably has paid them to do so. which means we would have to counter bribe every single one of them. And I think Happy would be mad at us for spending that much money.
He might.
Mr. Arcane's like, well,
I mean, it's just money.
I mean, don't tell my mom you said that.
It's just government money, which is the best kind.
There is something to be said for that. All right, so yeah, I guess we go to this temple. I don't really know what else to do.
Sounds good.
Well, feel free to make yourselves at home. Take a load off, and I'll fix some drinks for you. I'll keep an ear out for Miss Carter, and if you're planning on going tonight, I can let her know that you're already off on your mission. But if she calls beforehand, I will let you know where you'll be staying.
All right.
Well,
That is
will we
good.
be? Where will we be staying? Is that here, or do you have?
No.
Oh, okay.
Peggy's setting up accommodations.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry.
oh, yeah.
All right. So then, I don't know. What do you gents think? A light meal and a couple of drinks to get our courage up, and then head out.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
British cuisine or local cuisine?
A little bit of a mixture of both.
Fusion?
Mm-hmm.
From the smell of it, it's not British because it smells good.
Hey, fish and chips.
Harsh.
What's wrong
Harsh.
with fish and chips? And crumpets.
Harsh.
I mean, okay, you just literally said all of the good British food in one
Yes.
sentence.
Yep. I know it.
I've had some good quiche, but
Okay.
that's actually French. But when I was in England, that was kind of my dish of choice.
I mean, bread pudding's honestly not bad either,
Eh,
if you're into that sort of thing.
Well, I mean, how hard could that be, right? I mean, it's bread and sugar and milk.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, it's hard for him to mess it up. That's why it's good.
and eggs. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Yeah, let's have that drink and grab a light bite so we don't overfill ourselves before a fight.
Where is that temple, Seraph? Roughly?
it is roughly about a mile, actually, from here, not too far. If you head down the main street just outside the club and head west, you will see the jungle off in the distance. And the road essentially dead ends at the jungle, but there's a small path that leads off probably about 600 meters into the woods, and you'll be able to see the roof of the old building from the street there.
Okay. Excellent.
All right, so you guys grab a couple of drinks and fill your bellies a little bit, and
Sure.
is there anything else that you want to do before you head in that direction?
Yes, there is. I'm going to find a comfortable booth and settle in and tell the gang, watch over me for a moment. I'll scout this out.
Yeah,
I've got you, dear.
that's a good idea. Scouting it.
Okay, so he gets his drink, has a sip, and puts his head down on his, in his hands, and then I'll use astral projection. That's why I asked for directions.
All right. Let's see here.
Please don't get trapped.
There's the thought.
All right, so I have pulled you to the map.
Okay.
And you follow the directions that she gave you. And it's just as she said, there's a little path just off to the side where the road kind of dead ends in Lowtown that leads off into the jungle. And you see the rooftop that she was talking about off in the distance. When you get to the entrance to the temple, the dirt road kind of turns into some old cobblestones. And there is a Chinese gateway that is there at the entrance to the grounds of the temple. And it leads straight up to the temple itself, with a few little structures that are kind of old and deteriorating that kind of line the path on the way there. There's a little bridge that goes over a small bubbling creek that runs through the middle of the property. And the building itself is run down for sure. It has not been taken care of over the last several decades since it has been abandoned. So it certainly shows the signs of wear and tear. But there's a large staircase that leads up to the building itself.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what you see. I assume you can see the majority of the map there, right?
I can. So basically, I just want to see if there's anyone there. I don't want to spend a lot of time there solo, but I just want to see, are there, magical ninjas there? And, having been told, and I guess having some personal knowledge that they do have occult knowledge, I won't just zip right up to them as in my astral form. I'll, keep a respectable altitude because, very few people look up. But yeah, I kind of want to see what's there.
Okay. So you kind of went straight down the path.
Yeah.
And as you are going down there, you do spot a few individuals here on the property. They are all dressed in red, like kind of karate ninja gi, and wearing mostly full face masks with only their eyes showing.
Okay, how many do I see? 100 or 5? Or...
You see about 5 patrolling the grounds. Yeah.
Okay. Are they being particularly observant? Are they on patrol, or are they just milling about?
They are, for lack of a better description, performing their duties.
Okay. So they're being kind of vigilant. Like a layperson would say.
It seems as though they are going through the motions that they normally go through.
Okay.
They have a certain path that they walk, and just kind of keeping lookout and keeping guard. But it's not a hyper vigilant.
Okay. Okay. Okay, is the entrance to the temple, is it open, or is there a second floor window or opening or something? Or
looking at the building now that you're up this close, you can tell that it is in a great state of disrepair, and there are holes in the walls, and you can kind of see through in places. If there was glass in the windows at one point, all of the glass has been broken. And just at a cursory glance, the building itself looks empty.
Okay. Can I? Let's see. So I'm on the astral plane, so I can use. Can I use some magic to do some sensory things here, or I know it's reduced effect, but I don't know if I can say, kind of mystic detection or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. So I'm astral, so it's reduced effect. So normally it is at, let's say, remarkable. So that would be excellent. Right. And I'll spend some karma on that because it's worked really well so far. Okay. All right, excellent. And I rolled a 14. All righty. All right, 14. All right, I need a 41. Okay, I'll spend that to get a green because I don't want to be completely blind.
And I should always anticipate that you're always going to go through the astral plane, so I need to fast forward my thinking here to see what it is that you might potentially find.
Well, it's just a great way for us to get like a sneak peek.
Okay. All right. So you are basically just trying to detect magic, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
There is an aura, just a dull aura about this place that just kind of pervades the area. And you can associate that with this basically being a holy site.
Okay.
So nothing too alarming about that. But
Okay.
something is emanating a massive amount of magical energy coming from the general area of the building, but it's not inside the building. You're getting a feeling it is down below.
Okay. Okay, so there's some incredibly powerful something, probably below the building. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I see any more ninja inside the building?
All right, so if you float into the building, you see that there are several men sitting inside the building. Probably about, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9 or 10 men inside the building. All of them are dressed in what appears to be kind of a traditional samurai type outfit.
Samurai. Okay.
And they're wearing like samurai armor. Most of them have their helmets off, and some of them are sitting there just eating around a makeshift campfire that they've set up inside the building. Now that you're in here, you definitely see just how run down this building is. And I mean, they're kind of cleared out an area over a dirt floor in the spot where they're in, lighting this fire and cooking what looks to be, maybe a boar or something of that sort, and enjoying a meal together.
Okay.
All of them are speaking in Japanese. And there's one other individual that looks a little bit more maybe higher tech than the other ones.
Okay.
The majority of the other samurai that are around in armor, the armor that they wear is a mixture of white and silver, and it has a red sunburst crest on the chest. The other individual is a younger, bald gentleman of what you would assume to be Japanese descent, but his armor is completely silver. And it is really a lot more kind of technical looking, like it's some sort of maybe even mechanical type armor.
Okay.
Off to the right and left, kind of flanking him on either side, are a pair of staircases that lead up to basically nowhere. The staircases have been broken down, and they were going up to the second and third level of the temple, but unfortunately, those areas are pretty much inaccessible.
Okay.
Off to your immediate right and left, however, there are a separate set of stairs that lead down.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's enough of a scout, I guess. I don't want to have everybody sitting there while I'm doing it. So I'll, the scout is complete, and I'll head back after kind of. I don't see anybody there that looks like Matsu or anything, right?
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'll zip back to my body and, casually kind of lift my head and say, "Oh, well, that was illuminating."
Uh-oh.
And he looks around. Like, is anyone like paying attention to us?
I mean, you guys are getting side glances and so forth, but nobody's paying strict attention to you.
Okay.
Just a bunch of dumbass Americans.
Yeah. Okay. So, once I'm satisfied, with my keen savvy perception, I'll say, so there are members of the hand at this temple. There are several, and there is the temple is there, and there is a powerful aura beneath the temple. I didn't go down because the temple does have some enchantment over it, so I didn't want to risk being separated or being trapped in some way. So I think our next step is to pay a physical visit. But there are, let's see, probably close to 20 people there. I would say men, but they were all covered. Probably mostly men, but
I don't know too much
it's
about.
hard to say.
I don't know too much about them, but everything I ever saw about Japanese people is they treated women like furniture. So I doubt they'd trust them to fight.
Yeah, I don't know. But there were some. Well, I mean, I would call them ninjas. They look like. I mean, they're wearing like those outfits, and then there are some samurai. I mean, that's probably a generalization, but I mean, they're wearing, that gear that I've seen in books. So I don't know.
I will trust you because I have not read those books.
One of them seemed to have some type of high-tech equipment. Very notably different from the others, but that's not really my area. I don't think it was enchanted. I think I would have sensed that, but
all right. So what's our plan if we're gonna go down there? Do we? I mean, they're a cult of mystical assassins, right?
that is the rumor. That is what I have heard also.
I feel like they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, those guys, yeah, head over to 3rd Street and ask for Joe.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
What are we you said you got some cards up your sleeves when it comes to getting answers out of people?
I mean, I can try.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, all I can do is try.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to figure out if anybody has,
another way. Yeah.
another idea. Because from right now, when I'm like my admittedly simple mindset is that okay, so we go in there and we thump them upside the head until they tell us what we need to know.
Yeah, that's been an effective plan.
See, Tank, I knew you'd have my back.
Very, very to the point. Or otherwise, we take the long route and pretend to be new cult members and investigate, but that's a lot longer.
Yeah, and we're
I
kind of
don't
in
know
a
that we have the
hurry.
time for that.
Yeah.
What's our time frame, anyways? What do we have?
We don't know because we're trying to beat the Nazis. So while we're sitting here coming up with a plan, Fritz and company are just gonna go in there and
Well, they've already got attention potentially. They've already got the book.
Right. They already have the book, but I'm telling you, there's something underneath that temple.
Right. Maybe we can use it to find the book.
Okay.
Or maybe they gave him a fake. Either way, we're going to have to go in there and bonk some heads together.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I don't think I can pass as Japanese. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah, that's yeah.
No, I mean, I can try to disguise us, but I mean, there's the language and the appearance.
Yeah.
So,
and the complete lack of anything resembling knowledge of how their stuff works.
Right. So I don't
think it would go very far, to be honest. It would get us on the grounds, but then we'd be in a fight pretty much immediately afterwards, I think.
Let me see. Could I make us all invisible?
Yeah, maybe another way to sneak in.
Sneak right past him and go down and check out that magic.
Sounds.
Otherwise, we just throw Tank at him and see what happens.
Johnny, if you want to make a reason feat.
Sure. All right. I will. Reason? Okay, I'll spend karma on that too. Seems like that's the thing to do today. Ah, sweet.
Cool.
All right, I'll spend the 10.
You
throw me in red.
You could, with the knowledge that you have of the arcane arts, cast a spell of concealment that would cover the party. So basically, you could kind of cover an area.
Okay.
So that would keep you camouflaged from being able to be detected. But if anybody moves outside of that area, then they would become visible.
Okay.
For you to be able to make everybody invisible and then kind of go willy-nilly, you probably do not have the ability at this time to make that happen.
Okay. Well, so he sits and thinks. He takes another long draw from his drink, and so he says, I think I could manage to hide us. But, we'll still have to be very careful, and we'll all have to stay very close together. If you get further than, a few feet from me, you'll be revealed. So if we can stay close and slow, then I think we can manage that. I think.
Mm-hmm. Well,
so
Hank,
we can try that.
If you wanted to cuddle, all you had to do was ask.
Maybe after the job is done. So yeah, we can try, but we should be prepared for trouble. But maybe no tanking, because I don't know how that'll interact.
Clonk, clonk, clonk.
Right.
Yeah, until it's necessary.
Right. Okay. Well, let's try that.
All right.
All right.
Now make a roll with your magic abilities.
Okay. All right, I will definitely spend karma on that one because we're gonna need it.
It's almost like the whole plan depends on it.
Hey!
Nice.
All
There you
right,
go.
sweet.
All right.
All right, I'll spend for the red on that one too. 4. All right, that'll still take a bit, but 21. All right, 21.
All right, so you'll be able to cover one area, which is about 5 squares in circumference or diameter. Is that right? Circumference, diameter, whatever. And
Circumference is around, diameter is
Across?
yeah.
Cross.
all right.
Yeah.
So as long as you guys stay within about 40 feet, or well, actually 20 feet of him at the center, then you will all be concealed. So at this point, I'll go ahead and pull you guys to the map.
A brisk walk down the street.
And I just have you placed at the gate entrance, but if you guys want to come in at a different location, you certainly can.
I mean, supposedly they can't see us, so the front door is fine.
I mean, hopefully.
I'm gonna
We'll
try to
find
make it
out
easier.
pretty quick.
Yeah, we will find out pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna shrink down, just add an extra layer.
Okay. So, Mr. Arcane, if you want to walk the path the way that you want to go in, I'm assuming that everybody else is going to try to stay within range of you. You can see each other, but nobody can see you.
Okay. Shelly's gonna just hook her arm through Mr. Arcane's because it's easier to stay together that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to move us kind of behind the buildings,
Mm-hmm.
like, kind of in a path there, and then across this little guy that looks like a fallen tree.
Okay.
Okay, I guess this is where the heels come off.
Yeah. And then
Now, as
Kind
you
of-
guys walk across that tree, you can spot the bridge up ahead, and you see that there are 3 ninjas that are kind of scouting that area, 2 of which are on the roofs of these 2 smaller structures up in here, and 1 is on the bridge and is getting ready to continue walking across.
Okay. All right, well, we'll continue kind of, this looks like a path to me in this image, kind of behind the tree line,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of around this way.
All right, and then as you approach that area, you might want to back up just a little bit.
Okay. Back up.
Those individuals that you saw that were in those samurai armor have now come out of the building and have placed themselves along the.
Sorry, I thought I hadn't zoomed in the map. I have not actually moved there. I thought that was where we were grouping up.
Yeah, no problem. I can put you where you need to be there. I'll grab whoever's straggling here.
Okay, I gotta really zoom out to see that.
There we go.
Now, this over here can't seem to ping.
My map just came up too. Sorry.
There. So that looks like a path to me down there
Yep, it sure is.
with stairs.
It looks like it goes underneath the stairs right here. So this goes underneath.
Okay. How about down? Do you see this over here?
Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I see that.
It looks
Mhm.
like a path, and that looks like stairs up on
Yes.
the side.
Stairs that go up
Okay.
to the platform, right?
So seeing this cadre of guys up here, I'm gonna change direction a little bit, and we're gonna head this way.
Okay. and I'll grab everybody just to get you there a little faster. All right, and so far no one has taken notice of you.
Okay, good. All right, so then I'll, kind of slowly bring the group up to these stairs, or this, I guess, ramp or whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then you climb the stairs up to the side of the platform that juts out from the temple, and you're still kind of a little bit below the level, but you can hear the samurai up top, just kind of moving around a little bit.
Okay.
Hmm.
And I'll pause us there for a moment, less than a minute, right? Some seconds, 30 seconds. And are there? You said there were a bunch of holes in the temple,
Yeah,
like in the temple walls.
Yep.
Are there any that are kind of close to us, that are closer to us than having to go through the gang?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right under this roof on this side, right in here, if you see where I'm pinging. Right in there, there's an entryway that was kind of like the old, like a side door almost, and one of the doors is kind of laying off on its hinges. And with just a little bit of movement, you should be able to get that open and slip in.
Okay, so I'll walk us up the rest of this platform.
And then what I'll have each of you do is roll agility, and if you have stealth, you can add a column shift.
I do not. At least my human form, my agility is slightly better. It's good in human form, though it's typical in tank form. It doesn't matter.
Oh, no.
I got a 4!
So we got 1 success, 1 failure.
Okay, I'll spend karma on mine. Okay.
Another success. 1 failure.
Probably.
It all come.
Sorry, go ahead.
So 10 will bring me up to a yellow anyway. So
Yep. It'll all come down to, I think, Quantum Man.
Maybe just to guarantee no problems, maybe I should just go into energy form.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I don't, just in case, not to risk the dice roll.
Gotcha.
Not to cheese it, just to avoid the risk.
Yep. No, that might just work. So I'm going to make one little roll here. Ooh. The guy that is standing at the entrance to the temple turns his attention to you as you guys are starting to attempt to enter the building. And he says, "Brothers, we have visitors." And he points in your direction.
Oh boy.
Say try to avoid detection as long as possible, so we don't face all of them at the same time.
Yep.
Did we make it inside?
You are in the process of trying to get in at this point. So if you want to continue, you certainly can. It's up to you. But they are,
let's see, how many guys
moving in your direction now.
Hey, real quick, out of curiosity, since I'm in shrunk down form, can they see me?
Oh, in the shrunk down
as well?
form. Well, not
Or how do we do that?
necessarily. And how he's seeing you, you're not really sure.
Okay. Well, I keep moving inside.
Did we get Japanese literacy? Did you hook us up yet, or no?
No, I didn't do that.
I asked
Okay.
the party. I whisper, "What about it if I or one of us creates a distraction on the other side or some other place, so they'll focus attention elsewhere? Think we are somewhere else.
I mean,
Maybe throw a rock, even, or
I'm
We don't
smaller
know
than a
that
rock,
they-
but louder.
I don't know that we can have a lengthy discussion,
Yeah,
right? Because they're like, there they are.
if you're gonna do it, you better do it quick.
I'll throw. There's no. That's a bridge over a valley or a little gully.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I will throw a rock down into the gully through, like, brushing the trees a little bit, so it could sound like a bird, probably, or something. Just a noise that is not definable.
Okay. Make an agility feat.
Agility. Oh shoot! 1 second. I lost my sheet. I'm in the map. Up. Do agility. I'll use karma. Come on, I'm not rolling again.
Ooh, look at that. Didn't even need karma.
wow.
Nice.
Rolled a
On it.
for a
Bro,
double
now if you
toss.
spend karma.
For a little,
Got to spend 10, but you certainly were able to throw the rock and hit the branches of the tree that's right here, and it kind of teens down and into the little gully that goes underneath the stairs in this area over here. Several of the ones that were on the stairs now have rushed to the edge and are peering over. A couple of them have pulled bows and are stretching the strings of the bows and pointing down into the bushes.
quick, get in, go.
Oh,
Everybody.
I'm already going inside.
Mhm.
I said what I was doing. I'm going on in.
Yeah, I rushed him too.
Faster.
All right, so once you guys get inside, you enter into the area that is close to the stairs that lead down into the basement on the right-hand side of the building.
Are we in shadows, darkness? We're concealed, but is there light?
Very little. The embers of the fire are still aglow. There's a slight fire still going inside, so there is some light, but it's dim.
Are there like torches or braziers?
There are, but they are not lit.
That is a different thing.
I had to say it because so many people said that in the past.
Well, she kind of has to. They can bring one.
Okay. So, all right. So we've made it in.
Mhm.
Do any of them come following in behind us?
Two of these guys have now come to this general area right in here, but they are kind of just looking around, kind of off into the jungle, and have not started to come towards the building where you guys have entered just yet. Because that was
Okay.
just a little bit out of sight from where the main guy was kind of pointing.
Okay. All right. Well, do we see the stairway down yet inside?
Yeah, you see the stairs.
Let's head down.
Okay.
Go right away.
Mm-hmm.
No beating around the bush.
All right, so you guys go down the steps and you enter into kind of a lower chamber underneath the temple, and at the back of this chamber is just a big open stone area that has some pillars in the middle of it. But in the back of the chamber, you see another door, or entryway, I should say. There's no physical door there, but just an opening that leads to another area. Other than that, that is all you see.
Okay.
Okay.
Ian, were you in here before? This far?
I didn't go this far in.
Ah.
Moving forward carefully.
Yep.
Do we do search checks in this, like for traps or no?
That would be an intuition.
Can I do one?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Just for fun. I use karma.
Hey. Let's see here. So you got a 27 on incredible. You need to get it up to a 31. So if you spend 10, that'll get you there.
Alright, spend that.
Doesn't appear to be any traps that you can discern.
Doesn't appear to be any traps, everybody. Let's go.
Well, we keep going.
Yeah. So you carefully make your way to the back of the chamber, and this opening enters into what appears to be like a ramp that leads you even further down. And it kind of takes a slow curve, so you can't really see where it leads.
Okay. Well,
Down the ramp.
I mean,
Who's
we keep
first?
following it.
Is Mr. Arcane, are you first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Alright.
I'm right with him.
I'll
Okay.
follow search on and off.
All right, so we got Bombshell and Mr. Arcane at the lead. Quantum Man is kind of coming in behind. Human Tank, Army Ant, where are you guys?
Normally I'm in front, but if I'm in human form, I'm probably going to be in the behind here.
Okay.
The opportunity to transform. In other words, when we've broken cover completely, and there's no point in trying to tiptoe.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be still shrunken down, kind of staying behind a little bit, just seeing if there's anyone following us, so I can run up and alert.
All right. Well, you guys continue down this little spiral ramp that leads you further down, and it goes down quite a ways, actually. And eventually you come out into a little bit more of an open area. Now you can kind of just barely see around the corner, and I'm going to kind of back up here on the map that I'm on, and I'll activate that so you guys get pulled in. Let me know when you're all in.
Okay.
And
I'm in.
Okay.
I'm in.
So what you see is kind of a circular area that is in the same state of disrepair as the upstairs portion of the temple is. There is kind of a crosshair kind of pattern that leads to another circular area that looks like it's got a spiral staircase that continues down further. But surrounding this whole area is a group of individuals, most of which all appear to be Chinese in descent, but their features are rather hard to describe. Withered would probably be the best word. And their ears are a little bit elongated, and their hair, each of them have a little bit longer hair, and they're pulled back into a bun. And their mouths are shaped kind of strangely. Instead of, a regular human orifice, it looks like it has a split that runs down the chin. And they have large fangs that hang out of their mouths. In the center of this particular room, there are two other individuals, and I'll try to pull up some pictures here for you.
Oh, faintly familiar, but I can't place them.
All right, so here's your the majority of the folks that are in the room.
Gross. Okay.
And then you have a tall, skinny individual with kind of grayish, chalky white skin and a long mane of hair pulled back into a long ponytail, wearing dark sunglasses and a black leather type bodysuit. And along with him, is a very large, muscular, seems to be of European descent, with a large, bushy beard and kind of shoulder-length brown hair, dressed in kind of a shaggy sport coat and green pants. And if you all are familiar with the Wolverine mythos, this is Bloodscream and Roughhouse from very early on in the solo series of Wolverine.
It's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So that's what you see. And I'm going to give you guys another chance to roll agility again to kind of keep yourselves concealed. You're still within the invisibility cloak that you were in.
This time I am going to spend some karma.
Me too.
Same.
It's a good thing. What do I need to bring that up to green?
All right, so you're on the good table at 40. You got to bring that up to 46. So spend 10, you got it.
Spend 10 points. Okay.
And that should do it. Okay, so you guys are quiet enough that they haven't noticed you coming down the ramp at this point. So you're kind of around the corner, but you're able to get at least a view of most of the room at this point. So what do you want to do?
What are these out here? What are they doing out there? They're just standing around?
Yeah.
Milling about, yes.
Okay.
Well, I would say how can we take as many out as possible in a surprise act?
Okay, so some of these sound like. I mean, didn't they say there was a big man?
They did say there was a
That's
big
it?
man with a beard. Yes.
I
Yep.
mean, so he for sure could be the big man. He's certainly the largest man we've seen there.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
the other one was probably the one hiding his features, because he does not look quite regular. Bloodscream's like super tall.
Are you regular?
Yeah, he is pretty tall. He's probably about 6'5".
Okay. That's certainly standing around out here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, she's no shorty herself. All right.
Let's see here.
She's gonna whisper to Mr. Arcane. Is this where you sense the big magic?
Well, I will try that. It could be. I'll try again. Okay, that's a green.
You are closer, but it is further down. But the aura is much more intense where you are right now. But you can sense that it is further down.
Not here, but it's further down. So what is this? Is that like a shaft down there, or this is a big? It's all a big shaft, right? With walkways.
Right. Yeah, and this area right here in the center is a spiral staircase that leads down.
Ah.
Is there any cover in this area? Open shaft area?
I mean, there's a ceiling that's up above maybe 20 feet.
Okay. These are support columns here? Pillars?
Yes, pillars here. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One other question: these worn out looking folks, do they look like they're possibly undead, and they don't look like ghosts or stuff that could float or anything, right?
Make an intuition feat.
Intuition again.
And if you have like occult lore or anything like that, you can add to that.
I will ask Mr. Arcane that question while I do my feat internally.
Yeah, I'm gonna try occult lore myself. Oh. Yeah, what kind of creatures do I think those might be? I have a guess, but
your best guess is that they are some sort of Chinese oriented vampires.
Vamps. I will ask Mr. Arcane, do you know in your lore, are vamps able to leap or levitate? Do you remember?
do I have any idea about what kind of locomotion they have?
It certainly is not beyond the realm of possibility.
It's possible.
Because I had
It depends.
I was thinking of putting up some barriers to bottleneck all these mooks, so that if we do run into a battle here, we could filter them through the bottleneck instead of all coming at us at the same time. Are we on a wooden walkway to a like doorway?
It's kind of a stone ramp that leads down.
What's on the sides of this ramp?
On the sides of the ramp, it's stone.
I mean, is there a drop off?
Lava, you said?
No, drop off. Is it?
Oh, a drop off. No,
Drop.
it's completely enclosed. This area here is completely enclosed.
So technically, the door would be our best bottleneck against if we do run into some action with them. Probably not going to be able to avoid it, but right? Only so many could fit through a door at once. Everybody, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Look how many there is. You want to fight them out on walkways and over a chasm?
I'm not scared.
I don't know. Be careful what you wish for. I'm just saying that the door bottleneck doesn't sound like a bad defensive position tactically.
Right.
Yeah, maybe we could even lure one or two in, like through
Mhm. Yeah.
make a noise.
Now you're talking. Bring some of them out a couple at a time, weaken their overall numbers.
So, can we move to these positions on the other side, on the sides of the door, or is it
Yeah, you can.
okay?
Okay.
So-
Well,
I think I'll take a side over here.
oh wait, that's not me. Is it? There I am.
How could we lure them in?
Shelly's been carrying her shoes the whole time. She'll just toss one of her shoes over here.
I mean, I could pop out in the middle, go full size, and then shrink back as they see me kind of run back towards the doorway.
How small? Would it be hard to tell that you are a humanoid shape when you're at your minimum size? Maybe they'll think you're like a small mammal or something, like a,
Like an ant.
I mean, can you get that small or no?
Now, Bombshell, did you throw your shoe?
It just-
If everybody's in position, she did, but she wouldn't have done it before people were in, in a good spot. She wouldn't preemptively do it.
Okay.
She's not thinking too hard about it.
Mhm.
But if people aren't ready, then no. She's just holding the shoes up like.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So then throw in the shoes, and then Ant-Man, if need be, use your idea as well to bring him in.
Yeah.
More.
All right, Tank, where are you gonna be?
Oh,
Because I don't want to throw a shoe at you.
thank you. I appreciate
Who
it.
throws a shoe?
Honestly.
Okay, there we are. Okay. I guess I'm going to be ready to move in directly, so I'm going to be up here.
You can probably tank up in anticipation too.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm going to do that when he throws the shoe, so they don't have a warning.
Okay.
All right,
Yep.
launch the shoe.
Shoe has been launched. Clatter.
All right, so they definitely hear that, especially the three that are right here. The one that is over the chasm here begins to walk towards the sound. So he is roughly about right there. The other one moves in here. The other one moves in here. Where Mr. Arcane is right there, that is the actual entrance into the room. So I suppose at this point, with those that are close by, we shall start a combat tracker here. So if you go to the combat tracker with the 2 swords in the upper right-hand corner of your menu, you can roll your initiatives.
Sweet. Fun. Love it.
Is there any way to do a sneak attack before
Yes.
initiative?
Yeah, and I will give you the advantage on that for sure. So even if they roll higher than you, you guys will have the opportunity to go first.
Yeah, I think Mr. Arcane was supposed to be over a little bit, but
Oh,
I don't think you meant to be standing right in the doorway, did you?
no, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. I meant to be, I don't know, kind of like out of the direct path of the doorway.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Quantum Man, you want me to roll your initiative for you?
You know, I was doing pretty good for a few weeks rolling, and I, for some reason, forgot how to roll. What do you roll on the initiative?
If you go up to the menu on the top right-hand corner with the 2 crossed swords, click on the combat encounter.
There it is. You just click that, the token, right?
There you go. Yep.
Simple.
All right, Army Ant, what's your initiative bonus?
4.
Human Tank.
I have no bonus.
Okay. I should know that by now. Bombshell.
No bonus.
Quantum Man. Oh,
Three.
what? You rolled a 1, and so did Mr. Arcane. So
Yeah,
no bonuses
I rolled
for
a 1.
you.
So.
But you guys still will be
So-
able to go before these guys. So we'll start with Army Ant.
All right, Army Ant's going straight bullet mode, right at the center cultist to try to shoot him into the chasm there.
Gotcha.
So that'll be my hyper leaping. And spend a little karma on that. Let's see what I roll.
Yeah, 66. That's pretty good. You want to take it to a red?
Yeah. How much to go to a red?
Looks like 20.
Or monstrous. Sorry.
Yeah, looks like 20.
Okay. Yeah, I'll spend 20.
Alrighty. And so that's a charging attack then, which is a possible stun and slam. So we're going to roll his endurance, which is not great. All right, so you hit him and send him off into the chasm. So 1 is down already.
Awesome. And if I get recoiled off of him, kind of backflip, a little tiny backflip back,
Sure.
close to where I started from.
Sure.
Kind of just, I'm charging the chamber is what I'm doing.
Gotcha. And then human tank.
Okay. Fortunately, people are sort of in my way. My plan of whapping them and just driving them off the edge is not going to happen. So I am going to.
Well, you have to go out the door first anyway.
Yeah.
And they're to the left and to the right, so.
Okay, I thought they were adjacent to Bombshell and Mr. Arcane. Well.
Now they're on the other side of the wall from them.
Okay, in that case, we don't have a really good angle for bashing them straight off the edge, but I can certainly charge this one and knock him back. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could always grab them and throw them.
Yeah. I don't have a good martial arts for grabbing. That's something on my list of things to get when I have some
Gotcha.
karma to waste. So I'm just going.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
And I have a really good endurance for slam attacks. So slam it is.
I don't know.
Knock
That
him
hole
away
looks
and
really
hard.
deep.
So that's an endurance check, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, and do I get a bonus for the run, but not for my martial arts, correct?
Right.
So my endurance is normally incredible. That makes it amazing. I will spend some karma because I really don't want to go.
No. You still roll your regular endurance, but you'll add a column shift for the damage.
Oh, okay. Then it's incredible. And I'm still spending karma. And boy, did I need to. What do I need to do to get that up to a green?
All right. On the incredible, you got to get a 31. So again, 10, that'll do it. But that's not a slam, but you'll do damage. What is your endurance?
My endurance is incredible.
Incredible. So +1 column shift to that would be amazing. And you're taking him by surprise. So you hit him, and I'm going to roll endurance for him. Oh, okay. All right. So you hit him, and he breaks. You hear bones just crunch when you hit him, and he falls and slumps over to the floor. Has no idea what it was that hit him, because actually you're still invisible because you're still within range.
Cool.
Oh, that's funny. I forgot that was still going.
Yeah.
Bombshell.
Okay. Sure, I think that'll still work. Slip out here real quick. And, see if I can knock this guy out.
All right, got a green and just punching him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was kind of hoping for a better roll, but
What's your strength?
I forgot to do the multi-attack thing. That's what I was trying to grab. All right. Yeah, strength is excellent. So 20 points of damage.
All right.
So can I do a duck out kick and then rush back?
Yeah, you're still within movement. Yeah, you can certainly go back in there. Yeah.
Kind of like a pop-up attack, like around the corner, kick, and then back in.
Quantum Man.
Let's see. One out here. All right. Well, I guess this should be nothing big. I'll move out of the door just to knock this one out, and just launch a energy bolt, like plasma bolt. What incredible damage I think at him. Just regular energy emission.
Yep.
For now, just do that. Simple energy emission. Incredible.
Roll agility to hit.
Is it roll agility to hit?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
Didn't even take
plenty good.
And that's remarkable. If you want to get it to red.
Well, I have to spend karma on it, right?
You do have to spend at least 10.
So I got incredible damage. Maybe we get 150 right every session, so that would be just 10 out of 1. All right, yeah, I'll spend.
No, you should have gotten probably around 650 last time, I think.
I mean, the temporary karma per session.
No, it doesn't replenish to 150 each time. It started at 150, and then as you gain karma, that goes into your karma pool that you can, pull from. So I don't know how you chose to split it up. Let me see if I can pull you up here. Have you been keeping track of that on your sheet, or have you been keeping track of that?
I have my total karma, but I haven't like taken it out every session. I mean, I've been keeping track of how much I used. Usually I use about 30 or 40 per session.
Okay.
Do I take that out of the total?
Yep. Yeah,
I see.
And then what I would do is set up a separate karma advancement fund, so that if you kill somebody, you don't lose everything. Your karma pool, you'll be able to spend willy-nilly whenever you want. When you move karma over to the advancement fund, that gets locked in, and it can only be used for advancing the character.
Oh, I see. So there's a pool for your session karma and one for your advancement only. Two separate.
It's up to you how you want to separate it. So if I gave you 650, say last time, you could save 100 of that and put 550 into the advancement fund.
Okay.
But that's completely up to you.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah. How many points would it take to go to red?
Let's see. You were on the remarkable, so you got to get it up to a 95.
20.
Yep. 22.
I mean, would it be worth it? I'm not sure because, if I'm doing incredible damage, should that be enough for one of these regular guys?
Based off of what you have seen so far, it's probably enough.
Maybe I'll save my karma in case something really comes up. We might need it, so I'll leave it.
All right, so you send the plasma blast in his direction. It hits him in the stomach, and it literally blasts right through him and separates his upper torso from the bottom, and he is dead. But he is also a vampire. So, no karma loss for vampires.
Ooh. Interesting.
Because they're already dead.
So one quick question. Are we supposed to just try to knock out most human foes?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the norm. Now there's some leeway because we're at war right now, so you don't lose the entire amount of karma that's in your pool. But yeah, there is karma loss if you do kill a mortal living human being.
And then that means no energy types of weapons, right?
Well, I mean, you can still do that as long as usually with humans, they take damage and they fall, and there's a couple of rounds before they perish. Typically, most of the time you can go over to them, pat them on the head, and make a reason feat and say, "You're okay."
Hey, you okay, buddy?
And that usually will stop the process of dying for them. That's the way the rules in this game work. So.
Okay, cool, thanks.
All right, so Mr. Arcane comes to you.
Okay, so but now we have no direct opponents. Do the rest of the crowd seem to have noticed?
The others certainly took notice when the one guy went flying into the pit. So the rest of them are now.
And one guy's been blasted in half.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Now aware of a presence in the room, but they can't see you.
Because we're all still together.
Do I need to stay focused on this concealment? Or can I do something else?
I think as long as they are close to you, you're fine.
Okay. Well, of course, if I are any of them wearing any like a lot of metal?
They have touches of metal in the garb that they are wearing. It's kind of traditional, like Mandarin-looking robes and so forth. So
no metal armor, for example.
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna just do this, right? Well, okay, so let's try and start moving. Let's try and start moving. And I'm going to try and start moving us to, say, here.
Okay.
So that maybe these guys will come by and, investigate in this area.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move here. That's, I think, inside my movement. The thing is, if I use an Eldritch Blast, there's a beam, and it's going to, reach out from me and, blast into that. So I'm going to move here and kind of I'll hold, I suppose. Can I hold an action?
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. All right, so you're going to grab it. Nope, that didn't work. Yeah, I'm going to roll some more initiatives here.
That's a lot.
That's a few. All right. So you move over to the corner, and Army Ant, you're going to be on the fringe of the area where the concealment actually is. So if you want to move, you still have movement at this point, so you can kind of get closer to Mr. Arcane if you want.
I don't think I need to. I just realized I am wearing a stealth suit.
Nah.
I'm
I saw
literally wearing
that,
a
yeah.
stealth suit, yeah, with body armor. So and being super small, I think I'll what I'm going to try to do is use my movement to kind of get right to the edge of this, if I have that much movement
Mhm.
right here. Then I'm going to try to, while these guys are taking those out, I'm going to try to jump across.
All right, cool. So these two vampires on the left side begin to move forward and towards the entrance, and they end up about right here. The one that was on this opposite side is moving in this direction here, coming to investigate whatever it was that just happened to their buddies. So they're moving in your all's direction. So with that in mind, you've got a held action, Mr. Arcane. If there is something else that you want to do before the end of the round, you still have a moment to do so.
Okay, fine. I'm just gonna blast this guy then.
Okay.
I was gonna try to be sneaky, I guess, but
And where you're
Just
positioned,
blast.
you're still kind of concealed a little bit. And I mean, they can't see you anyway, but even where the blast is coming from, it may be difficult for them to determine exactly where you are because of the pillar that you're hiding behind.
Okay. Well, I'll hit him with a bolt of bedevilment, which fails miserably.
A bolt of the devil's mint. Wow.
Yeah.
And I'll roll an intuition.
I was
for him.
concentrating too hard on the concealment.
Clearly.
All right, he got a yellow. All right. So he pinpoints roughly where you are, and you see him kind of scanning that corner where you're in. So you've gotten his attention, and he's kind of crouching down and kind of moving back and forth and attempting to try to get a pinpoint on what it was that shot whatever that was in his direction. So that brings us back around to the top of the round and back to Army Ant.
All right. Well, I don't know what these big guys are capable of, and probably don't have time to talk to these guys about if they have any knowledge. So let me just do what I do best and go bullet mode, and let me go after the cultist that Mr. Arcane was firing at.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to jump across and knock him out against the wall is the plan.
All right.
And so I will leap across. Let's see.
Got a yellow. That's a potential slam.
Oh. And I take it they don't have body armor.
They do not. Ooh, he got a yellow. And what's your endurance?
Remarkable.
Okay. And I forgot. Were we using the monstrous for damage?
Monstrous was the leaping. I think we're doing incredible damage.
Okay. All right.
Unless someone remembers otherwise.
No, I think that's right.
It was incredible.
Okay. All right. You want me to roll that then?
No, you don't have to roll damage. You're good.
Okay.
I just needed to know about how much that was going to do. All right, so you leap and fire yourself across the chasm in his direction. You hit him in the throat and go through him.
Oh,
And he topples and falls into the chasm.
Way to clean up after yourself. Good job.
I look
Very
back at the
tidy,
guys
that
and kind of I shrug my shoulders, but you guys can't see me because I'm an ant. One of you.
These guys are a little squishy.
This cultist right here rushes over towards the door and kind of peeks around the corner looking up the ramp at this point, and he's right next to Quantum Man. At this point, he's not doing anything other than that.
And all he can see is a single lone shoe.
It was the shoe.
Good times.
All right, so this cultist runs around the balcony circle and ends up about right in here, heading in the direction from where he saw his friend get obliterated. And is again looking around trying to figure out what it was that did this. The next one is this one on the opposite side. He runs around the circle once again and ends up about right in here. The one that is on the platform directly opposite of you guys comes in to about right here. And then we go to Human Tank.
Okay. We still have a bunch of them over there, a bunch of us over here, but I see we're starting to get a cluster. Looks like this Arcane Army ants are doing good with this dude, so my next step is just to go over to here and sort of El Kabong. I'll just do a double-handed swing, smacking him in the side. If he happens to fall over the edge, that'll be great. So I'm hitting him from the side where his label is, basically. And if I hit him with enough force, he might go over the edge, but otherwise he will just have a few broken ribs and hopefully decide the best thing to do with it is to close his eyes and contemplate the course of his life that brought him here. So that's just going to be straight up fighting. It is remarkable. This is not going to be a really exciting or dramatic thing, just a punch, so I'm going to just take my chances.
Holy Jesus.
Nice chances.
All right, so you reel back and you crack him a good
Nice
one.
hit.
And like he's got his head like around the corner and looking up the ramp, and you hit him on the side right in the ear, and his head just goes sploot, and just his brain just pops out of the top of his head.
Oh, wow.
I didn't think you could do that with brawling combat. I didn't think you could kill someone.
Well, he's a little particularly squishy.
Oh, yeah.
So he is dead. Again.
He is re-dead.
Oh.
All right, so we've got another one that comes across the platform here and stands over the crevice opposite of Rough House. And then we go to Bombshell.
So things are less scary. These guys look scary, but honestly, not all that intimidating once you see them being torn to pieces.
While the human tank in character does not know this, the player knows, of course, of the inverse ninja rule. The more of them there are, the less effective any of them will be.
Valid. Yeah, I don't think Shelly knew that one either, but she's starting to get a clue. Yeah, she's just gonna step forward, and this guy can't see her, so she's just gonna put her hand at like point blank, like right in front of his chest, and just boom, lightning bolt.
All right. And damage on that?
That's amazing. 50.
All right. All right, so you zap him a good one. And you said right next to his head?
Right in the chest.
Chest. Okay.
Center mass.
All right, so you hit him in the chest and it blows a hole in the middle, and you see his beating heart just, or well, not beating heart, what used to be his beating heart a long time ago, just explode in a cloud of dust.
Wow.
I was expecting.
He was really old, I think.
And then we have the final cultist that is coming around and coming into this area here, flanking the other side of Armiant, which he does not know is there. And we go to Bloodscream next. Bloodscream is maintaining his position, but he is keeping a keen eye on the entrance to the room where you guys came in. Roughhouse is doing the same, holding his action as well. Quantum Man, it comes to you.
They can't have my shoe. I need that.
Sorry, did you say it was my turn?
Yep.
Oh, let's see. All right, so now these ones only on the right are close, so guess I'll do a simple. You know what? So would the plasma be considered to be emitting light as well? Since we're talking vampires, I'm thinking on the light damage aspect of it.
Yeah, and it's plasma is not UV light, I don't believe. My science is not maybe the best.
No, I don't think so.
No, but I mean, certainly you can. It is heat oriented, and that certainly causes damage to vampires.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just take another shot with plasma blast, energy emission, agility. I'll use karma. Roll agility. Would it matter to boost that even more on a hit roll or no?
All right, so 56. I think from what you've seen, and you know your level of power, more than likely a hit will probably take him out.
Okay. So I believe it hits, right? It looks like it hits.
Mm-hmm. And then what's your, which one were you going after? The one across from you?
Yeah, the one just right next to Mr. Arcane.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, got it. All right, so you hit him in the chest, blowing another hole through this one, and he's out. After Quantum Man, we go to Mr. Arcane.
Okay. I will kind of peek out a bit from behind this column, and I'll take a shot at this one.
Okay.
I think Army Ant probably has this guy over here covered, so I'll take an Eldritch, a bolt of bedevilment at this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Damage?
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's incredible. That was a good show.
That was a good show.
It's a great show.
Did it try
We
to
have
catch
dated
arrows?
ourselves so badly.
Did you see the one where they try to catch arrows?
Yes, yeah, I remember that.
That's classic.
All right, so you send the bolt of bedevilment out after him with a loud roar, and it engulfs him in green flame, and he turns to dust. And then the last cultist that hasn't moved yet begins his trek across the other side and comes running around to here. And then that brings us back to the top of the next round. I think nobody rolled for extra actions, right?
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
I did not.
Okay. All right.
How do you roll for extra actions? Is it something that would be on your character sheet?
It's fighting, and you have a fighting of incredible. So you, with a green, you would get 1 extra attack. With a yellow, you would get 2. Most of the time, people want to call karma because if you get a white, you only get 1 action, and it is at a -3 column shift.
Good to know. Cool. Yeah. So I'd like to do that.
Okay.
And I will spend karma over here, and let me roll fighting. Come on, big money.
Hey,
There you go.
All right, spend 10, and you've got your 3 actions this round.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll spend 10. I'll mark that in a second here. So I'm at 300 karma. All right. So what my plan is, seeing how well it worked, kind of shooting through the neck of that last guy. I'm gonna just move. Well, let me know if I was thinking I could move to right and right here, and then kind of shoot through this guy. Try to shoot through this guy and hit roughhouse.
Gotcha.
And now that I have a couple actions, I don't know if it's. I was going to try to do it with just 1 hyper leap to go through him, but kind of, I guess, tell me what I need to do if I can.
Okay, so here's what you and I were talking about before we started tonight.
Okay.
We could do a power stunt here if you wanted to.
Hey,
let's do it.
So you would spend, and here's my idea. It's kind of like Captain America's shield, right? Where he throws a shield and he hits multiple targets. This would be potentially 1 action for you, but it's you basically bouncing from one to the next, or going in this case going through to to the final one.
Yeah.
So I would, if you want to do it, you can spend 100 karma points, call karma, and you want to get a red.
Ooh. Okay. And can I spend karma to do it, or I just have to roll a red?
No, you need to get at least a yellow to get you up to a red.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well, let's do it. I've got some karma to burn for a cool move, so I'll burn 100, call karma, and then what do you want me to roll? Oh, my hyper leaping?
Yep.
Okay, so that's monstrous, which helps. Whew, I'm a little nervous. Let's go, Army.
Oh. Welcome to the club.
Oh,
love it.
The worst. I will spend. Let me spend what, like 80 karma.
Well, you can't. You can get it up to the green. So on monstrous, you need to get it up to what is it, 16, I think. Nope, 11. So 2 points, but you got to spend 10. So spend your 10 and just do the single attack. So that will still hit this first guy, but your intention of going through him and onto the next won't work in this case.
Okay, gotcha. Let me take my 110 off here real quick. So I've got 190. All right. Cool. So I'll hit that first guy then.
All right.
And that is incredible damage.
Now your endurance is remarkable, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so you need to have at least an area, which is 5 squares, to be able to bring it up 1 for the damage. So at this point, it's only going to do 30.
Okay. I will. Let me kind of do a bounce off this back wall, and then go up to him.
Yeah, sounds good. All right. So you hit him, and it's not a slam, but it does cause him to stumble backwards just a little bit. So he's like right on the edge of the precipice right there, but he's still up.
All right.
And then you've got 2 more actions, but the way this works is we go through initiative and then we come back around to you for your second.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, so we go to one of the other cultists who is just going to stand his ground because he's across the chasm there, and we'll go to human tank.
Okay. Really want to avoid being too near that edge. Also don't want to go out too far away from the rest of the team. So I think this is now a perfect opportunity for me to take out that one that is there. I'm going to do a charge and just kind of coam at that point.
All right.
That's my
And that
endurance.
looks like that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So you've got a +2 column shift to damage. So roll your regular endurance, and then we'll add 2 column shifts.
Karma on this because overshooting him would be just kind of, hilarious. Okay.
All right.
50 make me yellow? I don't think so.
On incredible, you'll need a 61.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
No, yeah, I'm not going to.
A strong breeze to take the guy out at this point.
Oh, yeah. Especially with, what was it, a +2 column shift to damage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That damage is based on my endurance or my strength. Either way, it's incredible. So that'd be monstrous damage.
All right. So you take a run at him and you plow into him, and his arms and legs just fly off, and it's just a red mist.
I
Gross.
suddenly have a hankering for salsa. Chunky. Very chunky salsa.
Oh, stop. I think Shelly's going to be sick.
All right. Well, try not to hurl because it's your turn now.
Yeah, I guess she'll take aim at the guy over here and give him the old zap.
All right.
She certainly doesn't want to punch through his head or anything, which seems to be the way things are going, so none of that, please. I will go ahead and... Nah, I'm not going to spend karma on this. I'm going to save it.
All right.
Okay. A green.
Damage there.
Amazing. 50.
All right. You hit him and dust. Oh, was it this? Was it the one across here?
No, that was the right one.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry.
Yep. Nope. You're good.
Yes, rocket.
Stepping away, but I'm
Bloodscream.
listening.
Okay. Bloodscream's still holding ground. Roughhouse is still holding ground. We go to Quantum Man.
Alright. Yeah.
Geo, you there?
Muted.
Ooh.
Oh, Geo.
Oof. Don't cry and demand to be let in and then ignore them.
All right. Well, Geo's not answering, so we'll come back to him. Mr. Arcane, if you want to go.
Okay. Well, we are whittling down these guys. So from my my column position, I'll take a bolt of bedevilment at this guy.
Okay.
Rocket.
Sweet, love it. It's great.
Great. All right.
It's great. It's taking a lot of effort to maintain the concealment. You guys just don't understand.
Geo, you're back.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Had to run for a bit. Something. Let's see what we got.
So at this point, I think you've just got the ones that are in the center circle there.
Are they visible across the chasm?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'll take another plasma shot at the one right across from me.
Okay.
Okay, agility using karma. Green.
Okay.
It's green day.
And on the remarkable, to get it to yellow, if you want to get it there, it's 66. But again, you probably don't need to.
I'll let it go for now. The green.
All right, so you hit him with the plasma bolt, and he immediately just catches fire, falls off the edge, and into the chasm. Army Ant comes back to your second action.
All right. Can I do the same thing again? What'd you call it? A remarkable a new skill? What'd you call it?
Power stunt.
Yeah, power stunt. And you said if I am able to pull it off enough times, I can make that ricochet become a permanent thing I can do.
Right.
Yeah, worth it. Awesome. All right, so my plan is I'm gonna kind of jump off a human tank and try to go straight across, hit the cultist, go through him, or ricochet off him and into roughhouse.
Got it.
And I'll spend karma. Oh, so I've got 190 karma, so that takes me. Yeah, I'll be at 80. And then, come on, make money.
Oh, man, that was close this time. So you got to get it up to a yellow and just spend 10. That'll do it for that. But unfortunately, no ricochet this time either.
Okay.
But you've got enough lead time where that actually gives you a +2 in damage. So you hit him and send him flying back into the chasm there, and he disappears.
All right. And then do I take my final action?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, thanks. Yes. Man. Well, let me see. These guys look kind of serious. You know what? Let me let me do my plasma blaster with incredible damage at roughhouse. I'm kind of getting the feeling I might just bounce off him.
I'll be right back. Gotta use the restroom.
All right. And then you'll roll agility for that shot.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I will spend karma on this as well.
Now you get your good roll there.
Yeah. Let me take that 10 karma.
And then how much damage does that do?
Incredible damage.
Okay.
I've got 3 shots at incredible, 6 at remarkable, or it kind of goes down from there.
Gotcha.
12 at extra extraordinary.
All right, so you hit him. And you sear that shitty looking jacket that he's got. You get him right in the shoulder. And now you're visible, but you're still tiny, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you're out of the range of the cloak that Mr. Arcane has put around everyone. So he turns around and he kind of scans the area to try to spot you. And
a stealthy little ant.
Yeah, let's see.
I need to figure out how big
suit?
I actually. The UMF stealth suit has resist cold, remarkable, body armor good, and stealth.
Okay. All right. Make an agility roll at a +1 column shift.
Okay.
Oh, 69. That's perfect. He has no idea where you are. So that's 1. That's 1 for you. It's a 60, and you got to say 69.
Yeah, there you go.
69, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
Again, no one can see him, but he throws a thumbs up, and no one knows why.
All right, and then that was your last action. So now it rolls back around to you for a new round.
All right. Ooh, this I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna try to just bullet right into him.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming he might have something where he does something. I've got kinetic absorption, so I'm hoping maybe he sends some energy back my way or something. We'll see. I'm just gonna do my normal bullet shot into him.
All right, 72. That is a potential slam.
Yeah, and I ignore body armor if he has any.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I've got martial arts D, so
Oh.
no body armor for stunts.
Well, hello, nurse. How much damage does that do?
I think incredible.
Okay. And I think that is a slam.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So it sends him back one area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wow. Okay, so you hit him. He goes flying, and he bounces off the wall
Oh, shit.
over here on the other side
Oh.
and goes down the chasm.
Oh, no!
Did we not want that to happen, guys? Did we not want that to happen?
You
I
may not have any karma left. I'm not sure.
I deliberately spent all my karma.
Well,
Hey!
Well, that's good.
I wasn't trying to kill him, but I am. Yeah, I know
but you may have. I don't
the
know.
reality of war. I'm an army ant. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. One problem solved for the least. A couple more started.
No yellow.
All right, Tank, it's you.
Okay. Well, we're running out of people. I think I'm just going to start moving towards the. Well, with strength of incredible. What are the odds of me jumping over this gap? I wanted to go there and then. Woof.
Oh, here, I think you could probably make it.
Then I'm going to go woof and hope that what I'm landing on can support the impact.
All right, and that's actually should be endurance for you.
Okay, I'm spending karma because I don't want to miss this jump. Good thing too.
Hee.
Do I need to get that up to a green?
Let's see here. You need 31.
Okay. I'm trying to remember first grade math. Okay. And I think that's probably going to be it since I didn't specify I was taking extra actions, but at least I'm in a position to get the blood screen next time.
2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. You could continue on. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and that would actually get you to him at your max.
And I will then proceed to co-womple him. Since I don't know if he's an actual living person or not, and I'd like probably to be able to ask him questions, I'm going to try to co-womple him in such a way as he does not go flying off the edge.
All right.
Yeah, that's smart in hindsight. Yeah.
And so my fighting is remarkable due to my martial arts. I'm already down a lot of karma, so I'll just take my.
Oh, look at that!
Huzzah.
All right, let's roll some endurance for him then. Okay. Ooh, well, look at that.
Damn.
Ooh.
All right, so your endurance is incredible, but you get a +3 column shift. 1, 2, 3. That's 100 points of damage.
Whoa.
Ow.
And a slam, but you said you did say intentionally that you were attempting not to put him into the chasm.
Yeah.
So
I may be driving him like a tent spike into the ground, but I'm trying very hard not to get him into the chasm.
Well, it's a definite slam, and it knocks him back, but it throws him back to the wall. Back here, he hits it, takes another couple of points of damage, and I'm going to roll endurance once again for him. And he got a white. So he is now in the process of dying.
So he might be willing to talk now, I guess is kind of what. After everything he just saw within like a 6-second span.
So protocol now would be to go over, pat him on the head, someone, and say you're okay, and roll a reason feat. And as long as you get a success on it, then he'll be okay.
I don't know who's up, but
I'd
Shelly
go to
would.
normal size and then wave one of you guys on, either Arcane or Bombshell.
Yeah.
Someone that has good reason, not me.
Hers is not amazing, and I mean that, literally and figuratively.
What's that? You need a what now? A reason?
Yeah, reason.
I
don't know what to do.
I can help.
You got a remarkable.
Yeah, she
Okay.
just stands there wringing her hands like, I don't know.
I've got it. Just keep an eye on this guy.
Yeah. And he is certainly unconscious, but you are able to kind of patch him up enough to kind of keep him breathing.
Do I think that so these other guys are all, occult creatures? Do I think this guy is too, or no, or
Make a magic roll.
You don't look right to me.
I will use karma.
Also, he needs to cut his fingernails.
Sweet. All right. I'll make that a red.
Okay. With him, he has a slight magical aura about him. You have probably had a run-in or two with vampires before, and you know what the
Hallmarks.
hallmarks are, yeah, for that. There's a similarity here, but it's not exactly the same as what you are familiar with. Your best description of it would be you've heard of things called ghouls, or I forget what the other term is for them, but it's basically a human that has been given vampire blood and has bonded with them.
Okay.
It's similar in some ways to that.
Okay, so he has some connection to the undead, but he's not wholly undead.
Correct.
Right? Okay. So I'll share that. So he's not a spirit like the others, but he's not entirely human either. We should probably restrain him.
Yeah.
If he has some unnatural strength, he may be hard to control.
The fellas that crumbled the dust, did they leave their robes and stuff behind?
Some, yes.
So there should be like sashes and stuff that we can use to tie this guy up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, in the past we've been able to. Quantum Man has been able to.
Oh yeah, that's right. He can do.
We could restrain.
Create chains.
Yeah, probably a little better than sashes.
Yeah, I take it the invisibility cloak is down at this point.
Probably.
Because everybody kind of split.
Yeah. In fact, I'll probably go ahead and drop it so that I can focus on what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, it was interfering with your
Yeah.
combat abilities.
It takes a lot of effort to conceal this many people.
You did such a great job. Those people did not know they didn't know what to do. They didn't see us. We just walked right through them.
I told you. We go up and we hit him some. That's the plan.
Illusion is not my specialty.
Well, could have fooled me.
Okay, so we're going to restrain him, and then what? Try and wake him up? To question him?
I mean, I think he's going to be out for a while. He's almost dead. I don't know. You can try. I just figured we'd go down and see what the big magic is all about.
Okay, sure. Well, I mean, he's chained, so...
Yeah.
Presumably he's restrained. Is he chained to the wall, Quantum Man, or no?
Where would you like to?
I mean, ideally it would be great to shackle him to the wall,
All
so
right.
that we'll know he's restrained and that he can't move around and or go get help.
All right. I will create incredible strength steel alloy shackles to restrain him to the wall.
Okay.
Into the wall.
All right. Yeah, you've successfully got him restrained and immobile.
All right.
Okay, so now this is a spiral staircase down, right?
Correct.
Okay. Let's.
Does it have a handrail?
No handrail.
No.
You better get your other shoe.
Oh, all
Can we
right.
tell how far down it is?
Nope.
Okay.
She's gonna go get her shoe.
I was about to do this. I was about to say.
I was thinking of jumping down. I can jump 150 feet down, but I think maybe if we can't see the bottom, that'd be not a good thing to do. So, yeah.
I was gonna slide down the rail. He's like, wee.
Well, so this is the open chasm, right?
Yep.
And this is the stairwell down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll step off the side.
Okay.
Actually, let me take that back. I will levitate here first and make sure that it works.
Thank you for not giving me a heart attack.
Yeah, and then once I realize my flight works correctly, I'll move over to the edge, and then I'll start lowering down.
All right. Now, what you see as you start going down is a cylinder in that area where the staircase is. So it's completely
here, so there's
encased.
kind of enclosed cylinder. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does it look damaged as it goes down? Do I see any damage down there?
There's cracks, but I mean, it seems to be in decent shape.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll say it looks damaged but safe enough. I'm going to lower myself.
All right. So you continue going down
Yeah.
at the bottom of the chasm. It's dark, so you couldn't really see until you started getting a little bit closer towards the bottom. The entire bottom of this area is filled with wooden spikes.
Where's the big guy?
The big guy is laying at the bottom and impaled
Oh no!
by several of the spikes. And you
Is
see
he alive,
him grabbing the spike,
Oh,
trying to pull himself out of it.
Okay, so he's not dead.
Nope.
do I finish the job just for the?
How far down do I think it is from the top to
about 50 feet.
Oh, okay, so 50 feet. Okay, so not very far. But the stairwell's enclosed, right? So it goes down through there?
Seems to.
Okay, all right. I'll fly back up, and I'll say he's still alive. There's a pit trap at the bottom.
All right, well, let's check it out. I'll shrink down and jump down the center cylinder,
and then I'll
going down the center cylinder. That's the stairwell that goes down.
Now it goes deep. It goes deep.
Yeah.
Times I and many of you have been thinking.
So
I still try.
You want to go down the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I might have misunderstood him, but that's what I do.
Okay. All right. And then what are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna float down the center of the stairwell.
Okay, going down.
Or is there an
stairs.
open center or no?
No, not open. Yeah, it's
Okay.
just a spiral staircase that goes down.
Gotcha.
I was assuming there's a center to it. That's why. Okay. Then why don't I jump off the edge?
It's enclosed.
Oh yeah.
So we are going down.
I'm moving down the stairwell.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, so you guys get to the bottom of the stairs, and you come into another circular area. And I mean, are you kind of just peeking around corners and so forth again?
I mean, I'm going to be careful.
Mhm. So
But
this
Mr.
room,
Arcane's not a tactician, so he's going to be like, huh.
this room is very similar to the one that you were just in. Layout's just a little bit different. But in this room, you peeking around the corner of the entrance, and it's kind of hard to see where that is here, but it's roughly about where human tank is on the map right here.
Okay.
And there's actually another opening right here. So to the north and to the west is the exit.
Gotcha.
You guys kind of peer around the corner there, and you can see from your vantage point 3 individuals clad in ninja outfits. One of them, the one directly across to the west, is dressed in red and has pieces of armor on him. And I'll try to pull him up so you can see a little better picture. There's that one.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
And then to the north is a ninja dressed all in white.
Okay.
Something up with the eyes.
And a ninja dressed all in black.
Oh.
Before we reveal ourselves in the stairwell, I'd like to ask, who was it, Mr. Arcane, if this is where all the magic energy is from, or is it further down?
I mean, I can try again to figure that out.
If we can do that before we show ourselves here.
I was gonna say,
I'll spend karma. All right, I'll
we
spend the
can
we have
10.
time for another whole fight. It's 11 o'clock.
Right, no, I'm getting ready to draw us to a close here. But
I figure this is a good cliffhanger.
What were you doing there, Mr. Arcane?
I'm going to use Mystic Detection again, and I'm spending karma.
Gotcha.
Because I want to know, if this is where the magic is, or if it's even deeper.
Your senses kind of light up again, and you can feel that aura, and it's much stronger, but it is still below you.
Okay, so and he shakes his head, it's still further down. But it's stronger.
Yeah.
So it's progressively getting stronger and stronger. So it must be, quite powerful at this point.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. And I think, as Lizard pointed out, we are pretty close to closing. So I think that is a good cliffhanger for us. We've got a room full of ninja waiting for you just around the corner. So we'll draw it to a close here for tonight and pick up there again in 2 weeks.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right.
Outstanding. Yeah.
2 weeks.
Karma for tonight. We are going to get, let's see, 75. We'll call it a even 200.
Okay. 700 of mine is in an advancement fund right now.
All right.
All right, and I need to spend some of this karma, so I'll message you offline if that's okay, Chris.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, sure.
Just
hey, Chris, your schedule is definite. We're on for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Vacation isn't happening yet.
Yep. Definitely not happening just yet. I will double check just in case, and I'll post it both in Start Playing and on our Facebook page. So I'll let you know for sure, but you should see the new one pop up. I'll definitely double check on that tomorrow. I'm off work still up until tomorrow. I'll get everything lined up and then be in contact with you guys and let you know for sure. But I'm pretty sure we're on for 2 weeks. So
cool.
All
Right. See you
Sounds
all
good to
then.
me.
okay.
Thanks. Good time,
All right.
guys.
We'll
Thank
see
you
you.
very
Boys.
much. Excellent game as always.
All right.
Yep.
Good night.
As
Yeah.
always.
Okay.
Take care.
Take care,
Bye-bye.
boys.
Take